Bro, thank you for being here today.
I know, I'm excited.
I know that you are in the middle of
Hey.
a historical subathon, so and a busy day today. You're literally flying to Chicago later this evening,
Yes.
which is kind of nuts.
We're
And
going to Lala.
Okay.
We're going to Lala, everybody.
somehow, chat, we were able to squeeze this man in his busy schedule today. He went somewhere this morning, got me a bagel at Coffee Bean. He's doing a content stream at the boys' house. Is this a secret? I can say all this, right?
Yeah, you can say it.
And then he's going to play basketball.
Yes.
I might join for that. I might try to. Yeah.
Come through.
Is there room?
You got to sign up, but yes, I
Okay.
would sign up quick.
Okay.
Right after this, probably.
And then you're literally going to the airport.
Yeah.
For la 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 palooza.
Yeah, we got a busy day today.
Good shit, bro. So, in all seriousness, though.
Yeah.
Yo, Lolly V, thank you for the gifted sub.
Lolly VXX.
On day 11 today.
Yes.
How are you really feeling? Like, what's going on with your brain and your body?
Right now?
Yeah.
I feel good.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm tired in the mornings, but it's not really morning, I guess.
Okay.
I haven't really woken up yet.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm gonna be fine.
It's 1 p.m., bro. You're not awake yet?
Maybe I am awake. I don't know. I have it's like a roller coaster. My chat knows this. I'm like, sometimes I'm like super like hyper, and then other times I'm like I need to chill.
Well, the
But
cool thing,
the overall, I'm feeling good.
I
could do this for a while. Yeah.
I believe that, and I think that you have this kind of like machine mode that you can get into. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Like you're able to like switch your mindset, and no matter like how much sleep you got, or if you drank the night before, or like if you streamed for the previous fucking 10 days, you'll wake up and you'll fucking get shit done and make shit happen.
Mm-hmm.
And
Fuck yeah.
I feel like that's what you're doing. Also, chat, we're at a level 3 hype chain. Thank you guys so much.
Let's go.
Yeah, I just feel like you have that gift, and it's really fucking inspiring.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel like it's as long as people understand that I need like breaks sometimes, then we're chilling.
Yeah.
Like I can't be on the go like actually 24/7, but you know, we out here. We doing our thing every day.
Especially because like I don't think people realize that when you're streaming, like even after I stream for 1 hour, let alone 11 days, my voice gets tired. Like you were talking or you're yelling or
I know. I'm surprised I haven't lost my voice yet.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to.
Even after last night,
my voice will get deeper.
Okay. No, bro, I don't want
No?
your voice to get deeper.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I like your voice like this.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It's already gotten deeper. You have a cute voice, bro. We don't want it to get
thank you.
deeper.
Is
Am
that
I
true?
right, chat?
Nah, bro.
Keep this voice as high
I mean, my
and
voice is
nasally
here.
as possible, bro.
My voice is here.
Your voice is so you. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for all the gifted
Fabby.
sub love. Thank you, Fabby. You are feeling good. You're in machine mode. You're on day 11. I feel like you're chilling. You're going to Chicago. You're making amazing content.
Yeah.
And one thing I wanted to bring up before we get into your life story was our accountability.
Oh shit.
That we have with you, me, and Crawford.
Yeah.
And Ryan too.
Yeah. It's been tough. It's been tough. I don't even know if I've been following. I gotta be honest.
Well, I was thinking about it for you. Like you're doing this crazy epic feat right now. You know, it's pretty much okay for you to prioritize that. Make sure you're doing a good job at that.
Yeah.
And maybe a few other things can be prioritized later.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, my chat knows this too. Like, I feel like I've been cooking every day. I haven't really been eating a ton of fast food, especially not like the really bad shit.
Yeah.
But like, obviously Vegas, I took a break.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I've been pretty good.
Well,
right?
the cool thing is, yeah, I think so. Like last night you were out there cooking. I feel like you have chat now to kind of help you, hold you accountable as well.
Yeah, true. I'm not gonna eat. Like, okay, so I like for those that don't know, we had a huge conversation because me, Crawford, and Brian go to the gym together a lot, and we're all like kind of like explaining to each other like what kind of holds us back from like getting like super like what we want to look like or feel like. And mine was that I eat after stream, which is usually around like 11 p.m., 12 p.m. or 12 midnight, and I would eat like in bulk and really bad shit. Like I'm talking McDonald's,
dirty bulk,
whatever the fuck's open at midnight in LA, I probably eat. So recently I've been doing better. I've been like cooking on stream.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been liking my recipes and shit. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying new things out and stuff.
Well, you're good. You're actually a good cook.
Yeah, I can. I mean, I feel like cooking's kind of easy. I don't know. I feel like
Okay.
you just
well,
make it and then put the spices.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll get into that later
I've
because
been cooking.
I got to talk to you about how literally everything is easy for you. Not to say you don't work hard, but you're just very good at a lot of things.
Thank you, bro.
But the thing I have something to tell you. Whoa. About the accountability.
Okay.
So that's your thing during this accountability with us. You know, you're trying not to eat fast food late at night. You're doing a pretty good job at it.
I ate your Brian's pizza the other night. Yeah, I was really fucking drunk.
Yeah, you ate all my fucking pizza in the car. No, but then Crawford is doing great with avoiding alcohol. I know Ryan is also working on changing his diet as well. And then my big thing is staying away from the devil's lettuce.
Yes, the devil's lettuce.
Okay.
The Ozaza.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from that green. And basically, y'all, chat, and I haven't even really opened up with y'all this much about this yet, but I really, really needed to just, like, stop doing it. Like, it was just getting out of hand for me. And so, but I felt like I don't know how I can do that. How am I gonna get out? How am I gonna get out of this? I felt trapped for a long time.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until first I started talking to my therapist about it, talked to Renato about it, which helped me open up a little bit. But really, the game changer was when you, me, and Crawford were talking about it, and we made this pact, and then they did a good job on the pact. What?
No, just people are like, as I'm smoking, but you gotta understand, like,
no,
I smoke as well. It's not a problem for me, but it's yeah. Brian's explaining why it's a problem for him.
Yes. I was doing it too much, and I just felt like it was just way too habitual for me. And it wasn't until I talked with you and Crawford about it, and then we made the pact, and then you guys did good on the pact for like 4 days, 3-4 days, and then I fucked up in that first initial 4 days, and then I had to come to you guys and be like, you guys, I messed up, like, blah blah blah, and just like having to look you guys in the eyes and like know, like, you're like, oh shit, bro, like, you messed up our pact. Like, you weren't mean about it, but it's just like, damn.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, you're not taking it seriously. All right, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's this level of like, oh, like, it's just kind of a wake up call. So,
yeah.
So that happened, and then at the initial pact, I had given Crawford my joint, like, to get it out of my hands. So in that time, I gave you a joint, and just like doing that, it's so humbling just to kind of admit to yourself, like, I don't have control over this right now. Like, take it away. I have to like look you in the eyes and be like, I need to get this out of my hands.
Yeah.
And then here's the thing, though, and I've been waiting to tell you this in person.
Okay.
I already told Crawford.
Oh shit. Okay.
So when I gave you that joint, that was 2 weeks ago. 2 Thursdays ago, exactly.
Wow. Okay.
I did fuck up.
Again?
Yeah.
When?
While you guys were in Vegas.
Oh wow. Damn, that was like, dude, my days are so blended right now. I can't tell you if Vegas was 3 days ago or a whole last 9 days ago. I just don't know. But
it was actually exactly 9 days ago.
Oh wow.
When you guys left.
Okay.
And then it was that day, and but I'll say this: that's the bad news. The good news is I did it, and I fucking hated it. Like,
really?
It was the worst, and I was like, I felt so shitty, and I like hated it more than it's been like months of me being like, I don't even like this. Why am I doing this? I don't even like this. Why am I doing this? But it was in that moment I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And bro, I have to tell you right now, that is the only time that I hit it in the last 2 weeks, which is, I know that's not crazy, that's not like amazing, but like, it's good for me.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this right now. I've said it to a few people. I said it to Rec and David the other night, and I said it to Vic. Bro, I quit.
Wow.
I quit. Like,
for good.
I could cry.
Dude, let's go.
I quit. Like, I'm done.
And you're about 2 weeks in.
Yeah.
Dude, congrats, bro.
And thank you. I finally feel confident enough to say that, because thank you, chat. I just legit, I don't even want it anymore. Like,
I mean, that's good. Yeah, because, okay, so put it in context, everybody. I know a lot of people out there smoke and stuff. I smoke as well. And Crawford quit a long time. But I guess when it gets to a point, if it's like, if you literally are doing it, you know, at a so much that like it's like affecting you in other ways that you don't want it, then maybe, you know, you really maybe evaluate why you're even doing it, right? So like for me, I smoke and I'm okay. Like I don't need to sometimes. I just do it sometimes. I feel creative. Maybe I do it just for fun, whatever. But I don't really smoke a lot. But I felt like Brian felt like he needed it to go to sleep sometimes, or he needed it to chill out. But then I asked him like, "Oh, what do you even enjoy it?" And he's like, "No, I hate it." And I'm like, "Dude, why are you even doing it?" Because my problem is fast food, right? Or eating in bulk. Like I don't have portion control. So when you ask me, like, do I like doing it? Fuck yeah. Going in is amazing. You know, maybe I wake up and need a shit, but you know, but going in, I'm like, I fucking love it. Comfort food. I could eat in my bed all day, you know, watch whatever the fuck. But yeah, so, you know, it makes sense why you would want to quit entirely. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so, congrats.
Right. Thank you.
Damn, I'm the only person in this house that smokes now.
Well, that's true.
But
yeah, because again,
I don't even do it like enough to where it's like,
no,
it's gonna be around or whatever, you know. So
yeah, and I mean, like, we'll hop off this topic here pretty soon, but like, it's a fairly new thing in my life, and I remember my brother had told me that like, oh, like since this is a new thing, you're gonna go through a phase where you're gonna be a pothead and blah blah blah, and I never really I just wrote it off. I was pretty complacent about it, and then it happened, and I got to this point where I'm like, finally, now I'm like, okay, you know what? Nope, not for me, not serving me, not making my life better, not improving my relationships, worsening my relationships, making me like go into my own brain, like made me disassociate, like just made me want to numb out, and that's not what I want to do. Like I want to live my life out loud.
Especially because you have so much livelihood to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like you have so much. Brian, right? Brian has so much like. Man, I don't know, like. He's so bright. Like he like brightens up the room, you know?
Dude, well, it means a lot. I'm getting chills you saying that because I feel like that was being sucked out of me over the course of several months, and now I just I was worried for a long time, like I'm never gonna get myself back, and now I finally feel confident in saying that I'm getting myself back. So thanks 100%. For being my friend through, and I want to say this to Crawford and Ryan and Chelsea and Renato as well. Y'all have been with me through the worst version of myself that I've ever been, and I am ready to become the best version of myself that I've ever been.
Let's go.
So thank you so much for being here with me through it. Woo! Okay.
That's good shit, Brian. We love that.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Okay. So
growth, baby. Yeah, yes, growth.
Yes, exactly. I learned some things that I needed to learn. Anyway, okay. This stream is not about weed and it's not about accountability and whatnot, but I'm glad we covered it. This stream is about one of the most amazing people that I've ever met in my entire life. One of the coolest people, the funniest people, the most fashionable people, most creative people, a leader, just y'all know how amazing this guy is.
Whoa.
This stream is about Mr. Jc Caylen
right
here and his life story. So I wanna just kind of hear, you know, we'll get like the straight through timeline, right?
Let's do it.
And I'll ask you obviously some questions as we go through it.
Okay.
So let's take it back to the beginning, bro. You were a kid. Yeah. You were born in Houston.
Yes.
And then you moved to San Antonio.
Yes.
Okay.
At age 6, around there.
Age 6.
Yep.
And I don't actually know this. Were your parents together when you were born?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
about when I was, 6.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
excuse me. Everybody.
But then they both stayed in San Antonio from then on.
So no, they were both living in Houston. Actually, you know what? I don't really know. I do know my dad would drive to San Antonio to go see my mom every weekend.
Oh.
So I think they probably were living where they're living. My mom's in San Antonio, my dad's in Houston. Because he would always say like, yeah, bro, I would drive to San Antonio every weekend like it was nothing. And that's a 3-hour drive. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's love right there. Because I know how much driving is, it could just be like
Oh yeah,
just there.
especially
so.
every weekend. Okay, so he was driving to her, and you were staying with her.
Yeah, my mom raised me 100%. Yeah.
Okay,
Like
so
I live with my mom.
you always lived with your mom.
Always live with my mom. Yeah.
With Lindy.
Lindy. Yeah.
Okay, so you
Lindy.
never lived with your dad.
Nah.
Didn't know that.
No.
I didn't know that.
No. But I would visit my dad so often that like, it was like second home basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your dad is an interesting character.
My dad is very interesting.
He is your dad, and you are your father's son. And I honestly,
100%.
I think about it pretty often. Like when I think about what made you you.
Yeah.
And I feel like your dad is a huge part of that.
Yes, 100%. My
Right?
dad, yeah, he made myself a creative mind for sure.
He made you creative?
I feel like he made me have imagination. I'll tell you that.
How so? Is he
He just-
imaginative?
He's pretty imaginative. Yeah, he's just very like says a lot of stuff and like I don't know. Like through the years, I would as a kid, I would like believe some of the things he would say, but and I don't know why, but I remember I remember a lot of the things he would tell me.
Okay.
And I would believe him, obviously. And my mom would get upset at him because she would be like, "Well, why are you telling him these things? He's gonna believe you."
Because it wasn't true.
No, he thought he convinced me I could talk to birds.
that he could talk to birds.
Yes.
Okay. So what you just said, "Hey, JC, I can talk to birds."
No, we were in the pool. Dude, this is probably my earliest memory with him. But we were in the pool and he had some Cheetos and he was like, "Look, I could talk to birds." And he was like, "Caw, whatever." And he threw like the Cheeto, and he's like, "Watch, they're gonna come down and get it." And sure enough, the bird swooped down, grabbed the Cheeto, went back up. He's like, "Told you." And I was like, "No way, I don't believe this." He's like, "Watch, I'll do it again." And then he does the caw. And the bird swooped down, got it, and I was like, "Dude."
Well, and that's
This
not
is crazy.
fair. That's not fair because this is a time probably when Wild Thornberrys was on TV. Did you watch that show?
Not really, honestly.
Oh, okay. Well,
that
never
was
mind.
the one show I didn't really.
Okay, well,
watch.
the girl in that show, Liza, I think her name was Liza. She
Liza.
could talk to animals.
Oh, I see.
So, I mean, look, don't feel too bad about believing your dad on that one.
I was super young and like I just believed it.
I feel you.
But then there's other stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, and so I guess like that was like the kind of the first thing I wanted to ask you about, because as I got to know you just as like the character and person that you are, one thing that I really noticed, and I mean we'll get more into more of this later, is that you are so free and like like hinged. Like you,
I knew you were gonna say that
you,
word.
you.
I knew you was gonna say.
Well, here's the
unhinged,
thing:
yeah.
like you aren't afraid to put anything out on the internet, and you know who you are, and it's okay. And I just I'm like, how are you so free with everything that you say and everything that you do? Like, I mean, I seen a clip of you recently where you're like, where Babas is like frozen like this, and you stand up because it fits him on Discord, and it works, and it looks like there's a certain act going on, and I'll be like, oh my god, like I don't know if I could do that online. Or your latest K&J merch release literally says "I heart DILFs."
I heard Dilfs, yeah.
And you don't give a fuck.
No, I mean, well, but because Kean's a Dilf,
Right?
He's about to be, I guess.
Yeah, it's true.
Good looking man. He's
But-
about to be a dad.
But here's the thing: I could never pull off releasing merch that said "I heart DILFs."
Well, I grew up watching Jackass, right? So that's inspired me. I grew up with my dad.
Right.
My dad is
Jackass.
My dad is just my dad. He's very vulgar, he says a lot. It's all obviously jokes. Like I don't want to be too vulgar where I make someone uncomfortable. Like that would make me feel like super weird. But
yeah.
that is like how I grew up. My dad is like the funniest person I know. So I guess me having his humor is just like a gift and also a curse, because like sometimes I'll say something I was like, oh shit, my bad. That was probably really bad.
Really?
I mean just like super vulgar, just super like whatever it is. I don't know. Like I don't know.
Right. Oh shit! Did I cross a line there?
not cross the line, but it's more just like ooh shit, like that's not gonna be fun. Like people are gonna think that's just gross.
Weird. Like why would you say something like that?
Yeah, whatever.
That reminds me of a text that David sent in our group chat last night. He was like, I was gonna tweet this, but I was scared I would get in trouble. Did you see that?
Oh yeah. What was it like?
He was like,
I haven't had sex in 10 days.
Yeah, he's like, JC hasn't had sex in 10 days.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
I mean, I'm talking about like the Babas thing when he's like he's glitching like that, and like I get up and I'm like, Babas, I'm about to come. Like, dude, that's like. I'm like, all right, well, dude, I'd feel bad because, like, if, if there's, like, a young person, I'm like, fuck, I didn't even think about that. But
no.
My content, like, it grew up with me, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm 30 years old now. So, if I can't be myself, I'm stuck into this Disney, PG, like, I'm just being myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, my dad's super vulgar, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'll have a chance that, like, someone super young is watching, like, I'm sorry, but. It's like my content, and people know this, that it's for the older people, and most of my viewers are, and like older with me. You know what I'm saying, in their 20s.
Mm-hmm. They grew up.
So it's for the content's for that. It's fun. It's I do have vulgar jokes and stuff. So, but I feel for I got people be like, hey, like me and my 2-year-old love watching you. I'm like,
maybe a little soon. Let them grow up a little bit before they see some of this content.
See, but that's what I'm saying. Like my viewers have grown up with me, and they some have children, some are married. So I fuck with that. I love that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a family man. Like I do want to be a father one day, obviously, and stuff. So
yeah, you will.
Maybe my shit will change when I'm an actual father. Like even Keen's kind of like mellowed out a little bit. He's like, I'm gonna be a father. I'm not gonna like But it's also. Man, we make KJ videos, and he's like, I'm about to come. Like, he's still out there, saying crazy shit.
Right.
So.
I mean, you can be a dad and still say ridiculous stuff. I mean, you're not, like, making that content, like, just because you have a kid doesn't mean your kid is necessarily going to see it, and you're still you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you were a kid in school, were you, like, with your friends or with your peers, like, would that come out in that context, or was this only an online thing?
Oh yeah. No, I was always like this. For sure, always like this.
Even with your friends.
I was like class clownish, but I needed to like feel comfortable. Like if I knew no one in that class, I was so quiet. I'm super shy. But if I knew everyone, super comfortable. I'm like this nowadays too. So
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Would you consider yourself shy in general when you're not like in necessarily this kind of context? Like, are you a shy person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, I'm shy.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm shy, and I also don't like attention, which is so weird to say.
Right.
I don't like attention.
That is so weird to say. But I get it. I actually realized that...
And no one's going to believe me when I say that, by the way. Not one person's going to believe me when I say that.
No, but I get what you mean on a like a much smaller scale, because here's the thing. When I was a kid, like, and I was young and immature and, wanted trivial things in life, I was like, oh, one day I want to grow up and be famous and be able to walk into a room and, like, everybody already knows who I am. And now I'm like, fuck that. Like, I don't want anybody to look at me. I don't want anybody to know me. I don't want anybody to have, like, preconceived thoughts of who I am and then be disappointed when they meet me. Like, I hate that. It feels like pressure.
Yeah, for sure.
For
sure.
Yeah, and so not wanting attention is different than having this job where you get to perform and make content for people. You know what I'm saying?
It's two different. I'm sitting here with, however many people watching, right? And, like... And people might say, "Oh, I love the attention," right? But it's so weird. Like maybe, and my therapist says all the time, I'm a walking paradox, right? But also, it's like if I were to say go into a room or an establishment or something, and a lot of people know me, right? And they're all watching, right? And I hate that. I hate the attention. I don't like that. I don't like when. If I could live my life where no one knew me, I would love that way more than if everyone knew me. Does that make sense? Hate the feeling of like, dude, it's so weird to say, but I hate the feeling of being watched because I'm live right now, but 24/7. But I just it's just weird, and I felt this way because I can't talk in public spaces. I can't talk in front of 1,000 people in front of me. I can talk to a camera and post it to 1,000 people. Like it's nothing. So there's something there it's not the same.
Well, we live in a small world where it's kind of like we're at home a lot with like the same 3 people and the 3 dogs. And meanwhile, like every once in a while, I'll just be like, like yesterday, Ryan posted a picture of us, and like I uploaded a YouTube video a few days ago, and then I was in another YouTube video that someone else did. And obviously this is a way bigger scale for you, but it's like all I did today was like get up and shower and go to the gym and like edit a little bit. And I'm kind of like lonely and depressed because I was in my room a lot. But meanwhile, thousands and thousands of people saw my face doing something that I didn't even do today. And that's one, that's weird. And 2, it's very different than actually being out there and having real eyes on you. So it still makes sense. And the other thing is, I've been thinking this for a while, man. Like, I love being creative. You love being creative.
Yeah. 100%.
And in order to have a creative career,
yes,
you need to have eyeballs on your work.
Yeah, you need an outlet. Yeah, of course. Obviously I thrive off of like putting stuff out there and then feeling like, oh, this is cool and people fuck with it. Obviously love that. That right. I fuck with.
Yes. Yes.
In some, in some way or another, whether it's clothes, videos, lives, whatever. I mean,
yeah,
it goes on and on. Everyone always asks me what would you do if like social media wasn't your thing? Art, or
well, you do
some
art.
Type of performance arts.
Yeah. And I guess I just mean like, in order to do the things that we enjoy doing, we have to garner as much attention as possible. You love streaming. I love streaming. You love making clothes and selling clothes. Same, whatever. But in order for those things to work as a business and be sustainable, there's got to be an audience. You got to be trying to get more and more attention, even if you don't necessarily like attention. So in that way, I feel like it makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. And obviously, the bigger the scale, the bigger you can do certain things you'd like to do.
Yes,
right. So
you're more free.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you learned that, I feel like very, very early on at a young age, you discovered, like, I don't even know your kind of origin story of the internet. Like, how did you discover the internet, and what did you hop on first? And I'll ask all these questions again, but like, when did you realize that it could actually like work as a life thing? You know what I mean? Like as a career.
Okay.
What did you jump on first?
Let me think. Man, I used to use YouTube for like video game codes, maybe.
Okay.
It had to have been like where I look up like
cheat codes.
Mm-hmm. And then I then maybe discovered someone,
a creator.
And the first person I think of is Mitchell Davis, Live Lava Live. Shout out to him. I always give him his flowers because he's the one that's inspired me to like make a YouTube video. But there's other people out there. Back in the day, obviously Fred. I'm talking like we're talking like OG.
Oh, bro, can you bring the mic up a little bit?
Yeah, is that
that
good?
better?
This is like falling.
I know, bro. That
does
mic,
it do that?
Yes. Should we switch? Maybe we should switch.
No, that's fine.
You just might have to like bring it up a little bit more. Yeah, let us know, chat.
How's that?
You might have to like readjust it
quiet.
a couple times. Is it still quiet?
You want to just turn it up a little bit?
Okay, yeah.
See where you have your mic?
Hello.
I like that shit in the red. But
really?
Okay.
I'd
rather have it like
Let's
louder.
put it in the red.
Yeah, I like having it louder than not because people can just turn it down.
Okay.
That rather than like it's kind of like when
True.
you're hot, it's like you can only get so naked. But if you're cold, put on 5 jackets.
More layers.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Good point.
Whatever.
All right, we in the red now, chat.
Wow, look at
Hope
that.
you can hear us.
Much better. Okay, cool.
Good.
But yeah, back to your question. So, so Mitchell Davis inspired me and a lot of other creators, obviously, at that time. This is right around 2010. So 2011, January 1st, which is great, first day. I posted my very first YouTube video, and I did this for fun. Obviously, back in the day, no one was making money off this. I'm assuming they like transferred over to like, say, if you had like merch or whatever. I'm assuming that's how you made money. But as far as posting videos, you did not make money. It was just more of like a fun thing. So I did it for fun, and I did that.
What was your
for
first video?
I did a vlog with my grandma, and I popped fireworks in Texas because it was New Year's the night before.
That's right. What'd you film it on?
My phone, my MacBook Pro.
You filmed it with your laptop? Like
I think so.
really?
I think so.
Like
my
with
webcam.
photo booth?
I think so. Yeah, photo booth.
No way. You filmed
Straight
a
up.
vlog on photo booth on like what
Yeah.
were they called?
MacBook.
MacBook, something like
MacBook,
that. Yeah.
I had a MacBook back in the day, and
With your grandma?
yeah, I recorded that, and then I don't even know if I edited it. I'm assuming I did,
Mm-hmm.
because there's no way I just recorded like a 12-hour day.
Mm-hmm.
I think I edited on iMovie, and I released that.
Do you remember how many views it got?
Fuck, probably like 20 max.
Right.
I don't know.
But
Yeah,
it was fun.
yeah, it was fun, and then obviously I posted more, got a little better at editing. There's still videos out to this day out that like people make fun of me for.
What channel was that? Life with
JC with Jelly.
JC with Jelly. Okay.
Yeah. You know, I made a video about just being yourself, and like I described what I liked at the time, and that was my very first video that hit 1,000 views, and that was probably like my
Aha moment.
no, just my like 12th to 15th video I posted.
Oh,
And that was
okay.
the first video that hit 1,000 views.
The one
And
where
I
you're
believe
saying be
I
yourself.
posted it on MySpace or Facebook, and I got 1,000 views, and people were like, "Oh shit!"
And then,
nah, I mean, people were just like, "Oh, I like this."
right.
Whatever. But yeah. And then I think it was late 2011. Like we're talking like 9 months later, 10 months later. Partnership program released
On
where you
YouTube.
can make money. I was like, whoa,
Okay.
this is crazy. Yeah. So,
And you had already been introduced to the necessity of making money to sustain your life. You had other jobs, right?
yeah, I was working at Sonic at the time.
Okay. Literally
I would
on
make Sonic vlogs.
really?
My timeline might be off here, but yeah, I would make vlogs at Sonic. That's just still up. JC with Jelly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you would watch the vlog. It's like a minute long, and I'd literally get on camera and be like, "Hate this job. Just did this order. Like, no one's here. I don't even know why I'm here." End of vlog.
And the vlog, that's it.
Upload it,
But
and then I'd name it some weird shit.
well, the crazy thing about that is like, especially back then, it would just be like, a lot of people would say, "What's the point? Like,
Oh, yeah.
why are you
Bobby
even
says-
recording yourself
Yeah, I
saying that
don't
you hate
know,
your
right?
job? We all hate our jobs. Like, who cares?"
Yeah, right.
But
I don't know.
the thing is, you saw something different in it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I saw a community. Obviously, I
Hmm.
would read all the comments. I think at one point I was just responding to every comment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So maybe that's what it was. And I don't know. Like it wasn't booming at all. It was just like there was,
Right.
30 comments max, maybe. I don't know.
And you felt like it was just
Maybe
cool that there were people out there who you didn't know who were just seeing you saying, "I don't like my job at Sonic." Maybe.
yeah.
But did you feel like at the time at least when that first video hit 1,000 views, did it kind of like, did a light bulb go off where you're like, maybe this could be something more?
No, I don't. I mean, well, yes, because I think I saw like what Mitchell Davis was doing. He had a huge audience, huge community. He was making cool videos. So maybe I saw that and I was like, I mean, obviously I aspire to be quite like him. So, yeah, I for sure saw more.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously did not think it was going to lead to
Yeah.
anything like this, but so yeah, I think that's why I did it. But also it was like an escape, like I loved doing it. I didn't make money off it, so what was the other reason I did it, right? So I don't know. I must
The
have
joy.
just loved doing it. Obviously didn't like Sonic, or sorry, I didn't like my job. I love Sonic now. I love eating there, but
love you,
didn't like
Sonic.
my job at the time. I was going to college at the time, hated that as well. Actually no, at the time I was still in high school.
Yeah, that was before college.
Yeah, but fuck, still didn't fuck with that. Yeah, and
Did you get
that's
good
it.
grades?
Yeah, no, I got good grades. School was easy for me.
What was your GPA
Well, in college?
in high school?
Oh shit. Oh, flying colors. Easy.
Really?
Yeah.
All
I
A's?
was always in gifted and talented classes.
4.0.
I had A's up until high school, and then I got introduced to the B, and I didn't give a fuck. But it was more like I went and I did my thing, and I left.
Right. Did you think it was stupid?
It was easy. It was fucking easy.
Everything. Fuck, dude.
I was in calculus. BC, And for those that know, like I don't know. There's like levels to the math shit.
Yeah.
I was in calculus BC in my senior year, so there's algebra, geometry, trigonometry, and then there's calculus AB and there's calculus BC, which is one of the hardest classes you can take.
Mm-hmm.
I was in calculus BC by my senior year.
Really?
And I fucking hated calculus.
But
I don't like that math, but
you still did it. You worked hard at it, even though you knew there was no fucking point.
But I was also like, I was lagging. That was like, no, I think deadass. I think calculus BC was when you want to take a class, what is it called?
You elected for it.
Elective.
Elective, yeah.
Why the fuck would I take a calculus elective?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I don't even think you needed to pass that. So I would come in high and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You were smoking in high school?
Yeah.
Really?
Of course.
It wasn't legal then, was it?
Fuck no.
Where'd you get it?
Dude, my dealer. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't fucking remember.
You growing it?
Nah. Oh, honestly, we grew our own. It was called Armageddon.
In high school?
Yeah, I grew my own weed. I tried that for a little bit.
Okay.
I never sold it. I just smoked it. But.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. You're fucking built different. That's so different from my high school experience. You are literally...
yeah.
You're filming vlogs on your laptop with your grandma. You're filming yourself at Sonic on roller skates saying you hate your job. You're going to school, electing for the hardest classes possible and getting a 4.0 and growing your own weed and showing up to these classes high.
Yeah. There was one time me and my best friend Ricky and I hope I can my stream kind of knows him. But I hope to like have them meet him one day.
Will he be in Texas?
He'll be in Texas, yeah. But you know, me and him were like Tweedledee Tweedledum, but we did grow our own weed one time and it was called Armageddon, and we were when it like riped out or whatever the hell, when you can like actually smoke it, we were so excited and it was the best weed ever, obviously, because it was so fresh. But there was one time where we came to calculus class. We were at calculus together. He grew up to be an engineer and then quit that, became a DJ. Crazy. Mm-hmm. He has a crazy story on his own. But he's a very smart guy. But we came to calculus high one time so bad, and it was a test day. We didn't even know. It was like a pop test or whatever, pop quiz, and he got the paper. And he fell asleep, and he woke up, and all he did was write his name, and he got a 0 on a test. That was the funniest fucking thing I've ever. It was so fucking funny. He got an absolute 0 on a test.
Armageddon hit hard.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was too
good. I say, you know what? Even though I quit, you should bring Armageddon back. That's a good name for a weed brand.
Armageddon. I mean, it was like seeds we bought off like the black market or some shit. I don't know.
Okay. So you did amazing in high school, of course, even though you didn't even really have to try. I mean, I'm sure you were trying, but it was easy for you. Mm. And then when you were thinking about going to college, were you like kind of conflicted about doing that?
Yeah.
So then what made you do it?
I wanted to make my parents happy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want to make my parents happy. I would have been the first in my family to go to college, and my first to go to college in general, and then the first to complete it if I did. Mm-hmm. So my family always looked to me as like you know, the star child, like, oh my god, he's actually got something going for him and shit.
Okay, so then you went to college for
a year and a half. Yeah.
And then at what point did you realize, I'm sure during that entire year and a half, you were kind of conflicted, like, why am I here? Why am I doing this? This is stupid.
Yeah.
Were you making videos at that time?
Yep. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That's right around the time O2L began. So
while you were in college?
Yeah. That was around 2012.
You were 18, 19?
I was 19.
Okay.
I think I was 19.
So you continued through high school making these videos, and you'd reach out to other creators, and then you still went to college, even though you didn't want to. And then you discover, like, Connor and Trevi and Kian and Ricky and
I think it was
Sam.
I think first it was Ricky.
First Ricky?
I think it was Ricky first.
Okay.
Pickle and Banana. My boy Pickle and Banana. Yeah, he made some like videos, and I was like, oh shit, this is kind of cool. And then I discovered Kian and Sam. They shared a channel.
They had a duo channel?
They had a dual channel, yeah.
Huh.
Trevi made Apple Store dances.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you remember. And she was also on X Factor, was it?
Yes.
X Factor.
I just saw that audition tape.
Connor
recently.
was doing his own thing as well. He was killing it.
And so, how did y'all actually come together? And let me just ask you this: be honest. Did you spearhead that group coming together?
Fuck, man. I it's so long ago that I don't know if I should claim it or not. I do remember sitting in Sam's living room. We're all there, including Ricardo. And I was like, dude, there's other collab channels happening right now. We should make our own collab channel. And, we should call it something. And we're all friends already. Might as well make a channel.
Mm-hmm.
All these other collab channels were like, they weren't friends yet. And then they made a collab channel because they were all just popping. And then they became friends or whatever the hell.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, why don't we're the reverse. Like, we're already friends. Let's make a channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
so
now-
we sat there that night trying to become, we were thinking of a name, try to figure out what YouTube handles were available at the time. And then that's how we came up with, we were going to be Second Life at first. And
Just
it was
Second
taken.
Life. Okay.
We were going to be 99 Cent collab.
Okay.
That's so stupid. I'm glad we didn't go with that shit.
What would that have even meant?
Well, Arizona teas or 99 cents at the time.
Okay.
We were all drinking them.
Mm-hmm.
That was like our thing.
Was this before or after you dropped out?
This was still, fuck, I don't remember. No, it's probably after I dropped out.
Okay, so wait. How did you actually decide to drop out?
I think I was making some sort of money.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then I visited California. And I went to VidCon probably.
Okay.
And I visited Keen and Sam's house. And I was like, yo, like, this is like such a cool, like, lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember freaking out because Kian would leave his windows open
At night.
and his doors open at night, or like, and he would leave like his doors unlocked. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? You're not scared no one's gonna come in, or you're not scared like bugs are gonna get in, or like the AC is gonna go out? And he's like, no, it's like, it's so nice here that we don't even run the AC. And I'm like, holy shit. And Texas, you gotta close all the fucking windows.
Yep.
And make sure you put screens on the fucking doors and shit, or the flies will come in.
Yep.
So I remember thinking like, holy shit, there's no bugs here. The weather's amazing. They would skate everywhere. I was like, dude, this is, wow, I like this.
Okay, so that's when you started to skate?
No, I skated in Texas already.
So you had that in common already?
Yeah, we had that in common.
So it just kind of felt like, okay, you're going to university, you're going to classes, it's too easy for you. You don't really see it leading to anywhere you want to go, but you're making your parents happy. You go out to visit California, and you just kind of realize, like, wait, I fit in with these people in this lifestyle way more.
Yeah, I mean, and I just like it more. It was like, it was amazing. Yeah, it was just fun, like, just super, like, carefree is like the best way to describe it.
Bro, I'm so sorry about that.
You're good, bro. Yeah, it's just very carefree.
Yeah.
Carefree.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then O2L started, and y'all, like, would you say that once O2L started, at that point, that was basically like, it became something that was bigger than you'd ever done before?
Yeah, for sure. O2L is huge.
Really?
O2L is huge. I mean, debatably, like, the biggest collab channel of all time.
Yeah.
I think.
How so?
I mean, unless you count Team 10, but
Yeah. No.
I can.
No.
Nah. I mean, I don't know. Like, it was really big. It was really big, and it was short lived. I think O2 only lasted a year and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. So like it was kind of like there in a bang.
Yeah. It was like 2012 to 2014, and I mean, it blew up. Obviously, like we got invited to like red carpet events, and we won like a VMA, I think, or.
You think you're not sure if you
award or something like that.
Which award you won?
We won something like that.
Some sort of VMA.
We actually did we did commercials for the MTV Music Awards. That's what it was. Or was it Chad, y'all know? I don't fucking know. It's something like that.
Anybody
anyway,
remember?
we were doing we were presenting the awards or some shit. Oh, Teen Choice, was it Teen Choice? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyway, we did a lot is what I'm trying to say in that year. Like, we went on tour. We headlined this huge ass festival, and we opened up for the headliners at this huge festival in New York. Damn, Yeah, we did a lot. We won a teen choice. That's what it was.
You guys were essentially a group channel and pretty much the first of its kind.
Yeah.
And
probably. And then there was a lot that a lot of people like. It was so big that a lot of people started doing the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and also, would you say that you that group, you guys were kind of the first people to prove that you could go from social media into it's like the same as mainstream Hollywood success. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're making YouTube videos. Like, what? Like, who cares? But all of a sudden, no, you're doing the Teen Choice Awards. Yeah. And like people are more excited to see you than they are excited to see an actor from a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't you maybe think that y'all were the first people to show that was possible?
Yeah. I mean, fuck. I don't know. That's hard to claim, right? Mm-hmm. But I do know that like getting invited to like say the MTV Music, I think it was Music Awards. Because I met a lot of them. I met 2 Chainz, Ariana Grande, Snoop Dogg, like on the red carpet.
Wow.
But and all we had to do, and I don't even think we got paid. I think we just got there to go there for free. All we had to do is do what we do. Like we just took pictures or something, or Snapchat or Instagram, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I mean, we did it for fun.
Yeah.
We did that. So like that was cool. I wouldn't say we pioneered that because there was a lot of other like YouTubers popping off at that time.
MadCon maybe.
I mean, there was like a group of British YouTubers that just absolutely were going crazy at the time. Jack and Finn were absolutely like killing it. They're twins.
Okay.
Yeah, like a lot. We were never like the head dogs, and I actually I'll claim that. Like we were never like there, but I would say like O2L was like probably the closest we've been to like whoa. That was actually like a crazy time.
Okay.
Like that was like crazy.
So it was going so well, and things were taking off. Why'd you guys break up?
There's a lot of reasons, but one reason is disorganized. Pretty disorganized, I'd say.
Okay.
There wasn't really a leader at the time. And then 2, everyone had different managers at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of, there's heads.
Yep.
Where, this person does more than this person, and then like we can't really agree on certain things. And there's another thing where Connor just wanted to just do his own thing. He had his own journey at that time, and he
that's right.
He was coming out at the time, and he came out to us before the tour, and he was telling us like his story and stuff, and obviously we respect it, we love him, and we can't just be like, no, you're staying with us.
Right.
We wanted to respect his like solo path and what he wanted to do, and he became a business owner, and he did a lot of things. So that's how it was.
What was the like? Was it like daytime? Was it nighttime? Were you already on tour? What was the scene of Connor coming out to you guys?
Damn, I think it was right after. It was right after rehearsals because we were doing like dance rehearsals and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was like, "Hey guys, I have something to tell y'all like, before this tour starts." And we're like, "Okay." He's like, "I have 2 things to tell you actually." And I was like, "Wow, oh man." I was like, "Is it good news, bad news?" He's like, "Well," and I was like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I feel like Connor was very to himself.
Mm-hmm.
And I would claim it as he was very grown at the, like he was very like
old soul.
Yeah, old soul, like already a business owner. If I were to say he was the leader of O2L, like he was he was just very like mature and like and so he just had a lot of things going and he was just he was like, I'm gay, and also like I think I want to do my own thing after this tour, like, so let's make this like the best thing that we can ever do together. And I was like, oh my god, of course. We accepted it and we loved him, and then we did the tour, and then even on the tour we're like, damn, this is gonna end, this sucks, like let's try to do it without him, let's try. Didn't happen. So we tried for a little bit, but it didn't work.
Okay, I mean, in 2014, shout out to Connor. 2014, yeah, that's when it ended. Like, shout out to him for doing something that
Connor.
he didn't know how it would go over, like delivering 2 pieces of really big news to you guys.
Yeah.
And I mean, I gotta say this, like back then, the whole being gay thing was not as widely as accepted.
Oh yeah.
And then this man goes to a bunch of his friends, you know, thinking they're all straight at the time, and and everything like that, and he has to tell them like, hey, I'm actually different from y'all, and I'm this thing that still isn't super widely accepted. And also I know things are going great for us, but I just feel it within me to do what I gotta do.
It had to have been a big decision because we were about to go on a U.S. sold out tour.
Damn.
So it is like he was, you know, there's times in life where you have to be like a little like, I know what I want, like selfishly, you know what I'm saying? And applaud, right?
Yeah.
Because like that, we quit at a high.
Yeah.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Wow.
That had to have been a tough ass decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing. I've never actually really heard that story in such detail before. And, you know, again, I already have so much respect for him, but even more. And respect to all you guys for being like, you know what? Like, we're like, it doesn't matter. We're still friends with you. Like, let's go do this tour the best that we can. We still accept you and love you.
Of course. And I'm again, like we were friends before the collab channel. So now that the collab channel is gone, we're still friends. You know, maybe I'm not as close as like to a lot of them as but I see them out everywhere. I've actually, Connor is the only one that I have not seen on my subathon, which we got to change that. We'll have to go get coffee with
true.
him. But
he's been to this house.
Yeah, he's been on my stream and stuff. But like we're all still friends. If we see each other out, we gotta, you know, we got love for each other. Always.
Yeah. Do you think maybe you'll try to find him during your subathon?
I kind of want to. I at this point, it's like O2O Pokemon cards. I've unlocked 5 out of or 4 out of this. I mean, I'm one of them.
Yeah. Okay, good. That'd be awesome. He's here. He's close by.
He is, yeah.
Okay, so y'all broke up. He tried to do it without him. Didn't work. And then that is about when K&J began. Is that right?
Yes. So that is exactly when K&J began, which is 2014. We knew it was coming. No one knew. And it's crazy because there is a documentary out there. I want you guys to go rewatch it if you'd like. It's on iTunes. I think it's still like $10. Where the fuck is my equity check, by the way?
Let's go, Apple. Come on.
Because I know that shit still be selling. But if you guys want to go watch it, there's a documentary on iTunes.
What's it called?
It's called O2O Forever. We named it that, you know.
O2O for a year and a half.
We didn't name it L2O Part 1. So we named it that for a reason because we knew it was coming. And on the documentary, there's a scene where we're in backstage and we all knew that L2O was coming to an end after the tour. And I think Kian told Ricky, and he was like, Ricky, or I think the producers were like, Ricky, like, what would you do if like O2O ended? And he's like, I don't want it to end. And then we're like, well, what if it does? And he's like, I don't know, or something like that. Go watch it. You can see the pain in his eyes because he knew. He knew.
But you and Kian knew K&J was brewing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we knew O2O was coming to an end, so we were like, well, shit, like, this is working. The thing with Keen and I, our work ethic was here. We were both like right there.
In sync.
Yeah, we were in sync. We both had the same humor. We both clicked the most. And I don't know, you know, you just click with someone the most, you know? And so we were like, there was times where we would make O2O videos together. We always make O2O videos together.
The two
people,
of you.
People loved us together and stuff. And I mean, we saw something, obviously. And so right around 2014, we knew it was coming to an end. You know, if something, Kian's in chat. Look at that.
What's up, Kian?
And we were like, okay, this is coming to an end. There's got to be some hype transfer there because we don't want it to end.
No.
You know, so
you're at the height of your career.
Duo channel. And I don't even know if, I'm sure there was other duo channels out there. Shout out Wasabi Productions. Shout out they're the only ones I know of right now.
Shout out
Maybe
Wasabi.
Merrill Twins, I guess, they're sisters. But there was dual channels out there, and we were always, again, the jackass of the crew.
Uh-huh.
We were ready to push the limits. We always broke the rules.
Wildin'.
We always like kind of like, we were that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and then I think we had like a meeting at some point or talked to each other, and we're like, okay. So we actually introduced K&J before O2L ended.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
in January. Chat, help me out here. January 9th. Could be 9th or the 14th. I'm not sure. It's also very weird because we did like a 7-day countdown, so we don't really know what. It's around January.
Okay.
January of 2014.
Okay.
Yes, 2014. 2015?
And
2015 chat.
so before y'all launched K&J, I mean, you launched it before O2L ended, but did you tell the rest of the other members of O2L that you were going to do this?
Yeah.
And that was okay with them? They were okay?
Yeah. I think
They got it.
Oh, January 12th, 2015. Damn. Yeah, my timeline a little off. But I guess that makes sense because we've been here for 8 years. 23. Yeah. I think at one point I think I could be wrong, but like some of the other boys were like, "Well, what the fuck? Why not us?" Like type shit. But
yeah,
I think they understood. I mean, again, like
they could see it too.
Our work ethic was there,
Mm-hmm.
and I love Ricky, but it's like Keenan and I like to like we threw darts at our hands, we paintball guns at our necks, like
staplers.
Love Ricky and Trevi and and Sam, but I don't think they would do that. So it's like. It had to just be us two.
Right,
so,
absolutely.
It worked out the way it did.
It makes sense. I mean, it's fucking K&J, and you guys are still, you're still crazy. I can only imagine what it was like in 2014.
Yeah,
the kind of wild shit you guys did.
Crazy.
And the kind of humor that was going on.
Yeah.
So when that started, O2L ended, K&J starts. You guys make the K&J YouTube channel. Did it seem like, okay, this is gonna work from the beginning, or were you not sure?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. We knew it was gonna work.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, we saw the success of it. Again, we quit at a high.
Yeah.
So we knew the at least some people like would transfer. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you liked O2L, Keenan and I stood together. I mean, at the point we still lived with Ricky as well.
Okay.
That was never. I think this is a huge like misconception. O2L never lived together as a crew. It was me, Kean, Connor, and Ricky in a 1-bedroom apartment, which is pretty crazy to think about.
The 4 of you.
The 4 of us. Kean and I stayed on the couch, right?
Wow.
And then we moved into a house known as the O2L house, in which Trevi and Sam did not live with us, right? But we still called it the O2L house. They would come over all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then Connor, wanted to do his own thing, so Connor moved out.
Mm-hmm.
We moved into another house. It was just Keen and I and Ricky, right? And then even Ricky couldn't really keep up with us. Like,
it's different. You guys are different.
We're just we're crazy, right?
Yeah. So then Ricky moved out.
Ricky was like, okay, I want to do my own thing. So he moved out, and then Keen and I moved in together by ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's when like K&J kind of like really went crazy.
So
it popped off. Right?
So what was that pop off season like? Y'all made the YouTube channel.
Bro, like
you
this.
Upload. What? Really?
I mean,
I would have thought it was just like that. Like boom, straight up.
No. There's many times where we took breaks. There's many times, bro. We went from, we've done 3 videos a week.
Yeah.
To challenges every week, to Q&As every week, to obviously like huge shows like Reality House.
Yeah.
We went to only big things like House Invaders as a bulk like series. We at one point we were uploading every single day for K&J vlogs.
Holy shit.
At one point, I mean, bro, we switched up so many times.
Yeah, but I mean, in the beginning, it was probably like just straight direction.
Oh yeah, we were. I think we were uploading Mondays and Fridays every single week for a long time.
Damn.
And it wasn't until we moved in with Bobby, Corey, and Frenny, and then we started uploading 3 times a week.
Wow.
That's when we were just. Yeah, that was insanity there. That was just like more like, that was like every day we would wake up.
We're filming, we're working.
Yeah.
This is working.
Yeah.
What did you guys, like, what do you think it was during that time and that energy that made you guys so driven to just be fucking content? Like, Like just because you knew every time you uploaded, it was gonna be another fucking hit.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it was the boom. It was the boom. We were collabing with a lot of creators. There was a time where we had like a collab month where I think it was every week we collabed with like 2 other creators. Yeah. And our videos were doing absolutely amazing, obviously. We got addicted to like which one was gonna do well, which one was not, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, just the game. Like, and also back then, I would like to say this, like nowadays I have many ways of you know in a sense making money, you know, or like or being creative. Like I still got K&J. I got my stream. I got Tio. We got K&J merch. There's many ways where, you know, there's
a lot of businesses,
right? But back then it was just YouTube videos.
Yeah. Just AdSense.
I mean, we didn't even release merch till 2019, I believe. That was the first time we ever released merch together.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. I could be
That is
wrong.
hard to believe.
Or or maybe we released merch on like a different website, but with Fanjoy was the first one, 2019. And I remember it did so well because we haven't made merch in years before that.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it was. But
so
yeah.
Would you say that I mean, you said O2L at that point was like the biggest break in your career, but was K&J bigger? Was that a bigger break?
That's hard to like compare.
Okay.
Because
did you notice a difference?
1 million back in 2012 is absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
You know, fast forward to 2016, you got like hundreds of channels that have over 1 million.
Right.
So it's hard to like compare that. Yeah. So, but again, Keenan and I have been through so many ups and downs. A lot of people call us OGs at this point. So, yeah, I don't know. It's gonna always be around. Yeah. Again, Keenan and I have been friends before we started K&J, and we're gonna be friends with that like after. Right?
Absolutely. So, yeah, during that time at Sycamore, when you're doing like, right? That was Sycamore.
Yeah, with Corey and Bobby and Frenny.
Yeah, that's when y'all were doing three videos a week.
Yeah.
And that's when you met my little friend Chelsea.
Yeah.
Right?
We met a long time before that.
Oh, yeah,
we met back in
true.
like 2015-ish. Because we actually even collabed with like, well, she was dating someone at the time, and we collabed with them.
Oh, I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, so we were friends.
Y'all were friends.
But yeah, first time Chelsea and I hung out by ourselves, late 2016, December 23rd.
Wow. And the funny thing about that is that I met Chelsea in August of 2016. And then
okay.
Yeah. So then she moved in down the hall from me with Haley.
Yeah.
And then my friend Devin was staying with me. And then I remember, bro, the first time that I was ever introduced to you was on my Instagram Explore page, and it was like that fall. And like I saw you on my Instagram Explore page, and then I like went to profile, and I was like, oh, like this guy's super cool. Like, what's he doing? He has all these tattoos and like cool hair, and like what does he do? I don't know. And then it wasn't until later, or I mean, it was like only within a few days after that, I remember sitting on Chelsea's balcony at Studio 77, and she's like, do you know who Jc Caylen is?
What the fuck?
And I was like, wait, what? Actually, I just found out about who this person is. Like, what are the odds? And then later on, I kind of put 2 and 2 together. I was like, oh, you probably popped up on my Explore page because you guys were interacting. Right.
We leave comments on each other's pictures.
And then yeah, it was later on that fall you guys started hanging out.
Yeah.
And I had met her right before her breakup, and I just remember thinking like, whoa, that was a crazy story, like that whole thing that happened. And then, you know, she was single for a bit, and then she met you, and you guys started dating. And it was just kind of this really big, I don't know, transition in her life. Even though I had just met her, you know, she went from a long-term relationship to meeting you, who you've now been in even longer term relationship with her. And over the course of like the next few years, y'all kept dating, and I was friends with Chelsea. I was living down the hall from her, and then I quit my job. I moved away, but me and Chelsea stayed in touch.
Yeah.
And then you guys were still doing K&J. You were at Sycamore, and like I remember the first time I came over to the Sycamore house and like kind of met everybody was Halloween. It might have been that year.
2017, yeah, probably.
2017, the following year. And like I remember I met Harrison that night.
Harrison would always come over to the Sycamore house.
Yeah.
Anderson as well.
Bobby, and Corey, and yeah, I met. Do you remember Avi?
I remember Avi.
My friend Avi, he came over, but
we would throw parties there all the time. Like
So what is it during that time that drew you to Chelsea?
Man, you know what's crazy? I have so many like pictures, videos of that. It's so different than it is now. Obviously, we've gone through changes and stuff. But I think back then, obviously, besides the easy look at her, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, she's perfect.
Yeah, I love the way she looks. She was always so understanding. She was always so fun. I'm saying in past tense, she is always so fun. She is always so understanding. But I think that's really what it was. She's very supportive, you know. So, yeah. But it's also just something like you can't really explain, you know, because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that's like those things I just said, you know. But, yeah, I don't know. Do you feel like you guys like connect on a different level and it just kind of like works? 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. I mean, I have so many countless memories, and it's so crazy because I feel like I'm still haven't started like the family section of our lives.
Yeah.
And so it's so weird to even think about like 2017, which is like what, 6 years ago.
Holy shit.
No. Like,
wow.
I know. We're like,
we were talking about 2016. That was
so many things we've done together, and it's like, man, like I don't even know. I obviously just drawn to her.
You've lived so much life together.
Yeah, for real. But 2017 is right around the time we like got together, and then I officially asked her to be my girlfriend. We don't even have so Chelsea and I are a very odd couple. We don't really fuck with anniversaries. Maybe when like, you know, marriage is a thing, you know.
Right.
But
I hope so.
Yeah.
You'll remember your wedding day.
But we're at an understanding where we're like, we don't.
It's okay.
You know, we never celebrated month anniversaries or anniversaries.
Actually, yeah,
but December 8th is when I officially asked her out. But we don't even celebrate December 8th.
No, I could totally see that because I remember like I have a boyfriend for the first time in my life, and I remember I posted something last year. I was like, "Happy Boyfriend Day," and then I like sent it to her, and she just was like. She did not give a fuck.
So
I just wanted to show her that, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, I told JC that it's National Boyfriend Day," and then you were like, "Should I post something about it?" And then she was like, "We're not that kind of couple, JC," or something like that. She's
I was
no.
like, "Nah." I mean, even like, dude, like even I don't know. We're just so, and again, I'm saying this not just saying because it's my point of view. It is literally both our point. If she was here, she would be agreeing with me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We are just so not like. Look at my boo thing right here, heart emoji type. Like we're just, you know, we just do our thing, and like we don't, you know, it's whatever.
You're chilling, you're vibing on your own, and
yeah, we're very much so not. I'm like the cheesy one in the relationship, like for sure. And I'm not even that cheesy, I'd say.
But I'm sure she loves it when you do cute little sweet stuff.
For sure, of course. And like a lot of times I don't even post about it, right? Like a lot of times, like my stream is caught, you know, obviously like I'm streaming everything at this point, so but yeah, like you know, it's stuff like it's like going to the gym. You're not posting you going to the gym every day. It's just like it's lifestyle type shit.
Yeah, I would feel cringy if I posted a gym mirror selfie every day.
Nah, shout out Devontae.
Shout out Devontae. No, hope you're in the gym right now, bro.
I'm kidding. Gains are, you know, showing off your gains is good.
Yeah. Okay, so y'all keep dating, blah blah blah. Then eventually, well, you know, you lived at the house. What was it called?
Devontae.
What was it called? Is Devontae here?
Oh, yeah, no. I know. I saw him in my chase. Said, fuck you.
Yes. You lived at the one house when you guys were in the back house,
Mm-hmm.
and then you lived by yourself in Victory.
Yeah.
Did you like living by yourself? Why did you want to live by yourself? Why did you change that?
No.
No.
No, I hated living by myself, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, could I get a quick shout out to my stream?
Yeah, do it.
Guys, if you're watching this on my stream, if you want a better angle, I know it's a really bad angle because I have to plug in my phone in, but really a way better camera, way better angle on Brian's stream, Brian TERADA baby on twitch.tv. If anything, go give him a follow. All right, for doing this interview and to begin with, come support over here. And better sound. Obviously, we have the mics and stuff. So just for those that don't know.
And I know you got to go soon, so we'll wrap it up
chilling,
here pretty soon. But yeah,
we're chilling. But no, I didn't like living alone. That was the first time I lived alone, and the only time I've lived alone while I was in LA. But that's when I started my streaming career, so that's kind of cool.
That's right.
But yeah, I mean that's probably why I started streaming. You know,
Whoa.
Like lonely and shit. But
okay, so you took this thing that you didn't like about your current lifestyle, living alone, and essentially something was born out of it, which you didn't know what it was going to be like. Now, what's up, Kenya? Thank you for subscribing.
Yeah.
But this is just another testament to the kind of person that you are. You take this thing you don't like about your situation, and you make the absolute best of it. And then eventually now, I mean, like, it's your thing, you know?
I like streaming.
Here we are on day 11. And it was born out of possibly this feeling of, like, lack of, like, oh, I'm by myself. What can I do with this? Might as well just start streaming.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it was that 100%. And then also, I remember, it's kind of funny, but so Fortnite came out probably around 2017-ish, probably. And I would play that shit all the time.
Just off stream.
Video games. And I was a kid, like when I was a kid growing up, I loved video games.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't until Fortnite came out where I was like, oh shit, I'm low-key kind of addicted because I would play every night, right? This was off stream. And you know, I had Chelsea at the time. This is 2018, right? Fresh in our relationship, a year in. And I was like, damn, like, she was always like, man, you're always playing that game. And I'm like, man, yeah, I know. Like, it's just like it's like free time. Like, I'd like to do this free time. And she's like, yeah, you play a lot. And I'm like, yeah, I know, fuck. So in my head, I was like, damn, how can I make this productive? I'm like, well, okay, I'm going to stream. So that way, next time she's like, hey, you're playing the game again. I'm like,
you're working.
Well, I'm working.
Whoa.
So that's how it came about for sure.
Really?
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
Oh my God.
You know, obviously I was lonely as well, but
whoa.
yeah.
You're like, I don't want my girlfriend to think I'm lazy while I'm playing this game. I might as well be on camera for it.
So I'm going to be on camera, you know, maybe I'll get like a sub or dono here and there or whatever. And
how many viewers were watching you play Fortnite when you started?
100 to 200 probably.
Yeah.
You know, I still have set a following back then, so
yeah. Everyone
was still like new to Twitch. No one knew anything. Some people didn't even know. To this day, some people don't know I'm streaming. So, yeah, but 100, 200. I'd play on my projector on a PS4.
Of course.
Weird. So I'd play like this. I don't even know how I fucking did that. But, yeah, so that's how it came about. That was 2018. I only did a couple here and there.
Okay, yeah. So that's a super interesting to the streaming career that I actually did not know about. You know, once again, two reasons you started streaming. One, you were lonely. Two, you didn't want Chelsea to stop telling you to stop playing so you turned it into work. And then once again, taking these two things that are like kind of problems and making them into something great.
I'm a problem solver. I used to take that in middle school. I took a problem solving class.
I need to take one of those.
That's fine.
Okay, so then you go from living alone to basically doing the opposite, right? It was the C4 house was next, right?
So after Victory, that was 2018. So 2019 would be the house with Corey, Bobby.
Oh, yeah.
And Kian.
That's right.
And then me and Chelsea lived in the outhouse or the back house.
That's right. Okay, I switched those up.
So we came back together. Yeah. You
came back together, and y'all kept kept doing your thing in that house. That was a fun house. Threw some great parties.
Mm-hmm.
And then the C4 house started. and that was a time.
I was after, yeah.
When that was a time. I'm like, I remember that house, but honestly, don't really have very many questions about it. Like, did you like it? Were you happy?
Yeah, C4 was just a whole.
No,
like,
no, I mean
another thing
the
on
one
its own.
before that.
Oh, the 20. Of course, yeah, a lot of memories. Yeah, I mean a lot. Like obviously, like that was the second time I lived with Corey, so
Yeah.
just that was like a fun house on its own. 100%. That's when we did like the last leave the box for K&J in the front yard. You know, I mean,
I think you guys did like the raft on the pool.
Keenan and I always go super hard on our channel when we live together, but it's like pretty obvious because we would wake up, see each other, be like, all right,
let's do something.
We gotta do something. Yeah, so we were going pretty hard on K&J around that time as well, and that's like that's the first time we released merch for Pinjoy.
That's
so
crazy.
that went pretty crazy. It did really well. Yeah, we're just working, you know, always.
So then, about the end of that house, a lot of these kind of content houses start popping up, and like they have names. That was such a big thing.
Oh yeah, I mean even back in 2017 there was houses.
Okay,
yeah.
And obviously it was a trend. You know,
yeah,
having all these houses with names and they're content houses, and people get really into it. And you're obviously very, very good at recognizing when a trend is going on.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to safely assume that the C4 house was your idea.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. How did that come about in your head?
Okay, so after that other house, you know, Kean and Bobby wanted to go do their own thing. I think they moved back to the apartment that we once lived in.
Okay.
I think Kean was on the verge of like wanted to stay like save up money, live alone. That's when Kean started living alone. And obviously I wanted to live with other people and stuff. So I was like, Corey, come with me. Let's go live in a house together. Or Corey and Chelsea. Let's go live in a house together. And we found a really nice house, really fucking huge house.
Huge, nice.
And we're like,
house.
damn, we need someone to pay rent with us. Corey, who's your best friend? Bring him along. Yes. Crawford
came through, baby.
Crawford,
CNC.
that's when Crawford lived with us. So it was me, Chelsea, Corey, Crawford. Wow, what do we all have in common? We all have C's in our name. C4.
C4, boom, dynamite.
I don't know if a lot of people know that.
Really?
I mean,
JC.
Chat?
Yeah. Do y'all know that?
You don't know that?
Smart. Spring Bloom didn't know that. JC, Chelsea, Corey, Crawford. Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy.
Of course. Okay.
Y'all knew that?
Okay.
Okay.
People knew.
No, but some people didn't.
Yeah, some people probably didn't. Because a lot of people, when they think C4, they think other people, right?
Oh, yeah, true. Yes.
They think other people.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, like we did that, and that was really fucking fun. That was such a big house. Such a big house.
Especially with only 4 of y'all.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But we wanted to turn like one room into like this, you know, we were all streamers at the time. We were all doing our own thing, streaming. So that C4 era, we were there for like what, 2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is like a huge story on its own.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Right.
Everything that's happened there.
Yeah, and I mean a lot happened there, and you know, I don't want to like get, you know, we don't have to get like too much into like the, you know, the whole situation, but there really were so many different seasons at that place. There was the time when it was the 4 of you, and I just remember Chelsea saying like, y'all are working so hard. Oh, and also I don't always think about this, but every once in a while I'll just think back, because Chelsea had asked me to move in there with all.
Oh really?
In the beginning.
Oh wow. I didn't know that.
In like January, but it wasn't or February or something, but it wasn't really feasible for me because I would have had to pay double rent for like a month, and it just was too short a notice for me to tell my roommates and stuff like that. And then, but I didn't know it was going to be like the C4 house, content house with this name, and y'all are collaborating all the time. I also wasn't really a YouTuber at the time.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really in front of the camera very often. I obviously I was making content, but I was mostly behind the camera. Yeah. I had made vlogs. I had made fun little videos and stuff like that. Always been super interested in it. Always knew that like it was something I could do and that
Yeah.
I really, really, really enjoyed doing.
Fuck yeah.
But just never really felt like I could I never really felt like I could completely make the jump. And I was also super unhappy at the time, really, really heartbroken.
Yeah, that's true. That's
yeah,
true.
and
Yeah.
I was very, very
remember that.
heartbroken. And then I remember Chelsea invited me to come move in, and I was like, I can't do it. Like, it's too, I'd have to pay double rent, whatever, and plus a deposit and stuff like
I
that.
do remember that. Yeah.
And then I remember seeing like the C4 house started, and I was like, fuck, like that looks like so much fun. Y'all are just like always running around. It was right when COVID hit, so everyone was just at home. You could really only collaborate with the people that you lived with. You started vlogging, like, and that was just this whole own awesome show on its own. Andy was editing them, and y'all are like throwing toilet paper at each other. You're like rubbing your bare ass against the window. Everything. I was like, what the fuck? Like, damn it, fuck.
Nah, Brian remembers the bare ass clip. He's like, dude, I remember that one.
Yeah, I remember JC's ass. That's all I remember about the C4 house, and I wish I would have moved in. No, but I just remember thinking that, whatever. And then obviously, like, everything happened, and then once again, Chelsea asked me again, like, do you want to come move in? And then obviously I did. Will, me, you, Will, Crawford, Oscar moved in. And for me, this isn't my life story, but for me, for like right before I moved in, I remember I came in and had a little meeting with you and Chelsea up in the circle room.
Yeah.
And both of you were just like, well, if you move in, you should start doing more YouTube.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And bro, that was a huge moment for me, because it's a scary jump to kind of like admit to other people like what you really want. It's a vulnerable thing to say, like, yeah, like I do, like I want to make videos, I want to make vlogs, I want to like express myself in front of the camera. I'm stuck behind the camera. I'm a great photographer and I'm a great videographer, but like, and I enjoy it, but I know that I have a personality. I have a lot of things that I want to say. I like making things. And you and Chelsea, you guys have been doing it for years. You are obviously like a godfather, as we've gone through in this entire podcast. You're a godfather of content creation, or like being a creator. And you essentially gave me permission. And one thing I've learned is you don't need permission, but it was very affirming in that moment, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I felt like you were nervous to just start because like everyone else was doing the same thing, right? So you're like, oh, who would watch me?
Right.
And I was like, bro, you have such a particular light to you that if people like, you're gonna shine, you know what I'm saying, like in your own way, right? I think everyone does, right? True. But Brian especially. So yeah, I'm glad you started. And look at you now, bro. You're doing everything.
Well, I mean, and so yeah, it was just like that was a moment where I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna move into this content house, and I essentially have permission to come move in and do what everyone else has already been doing for years. And then I moved in, I started vlogging twice a week. I remember Crawford at one point was like, bro, like, use my face, like put me in your vlogs, like do whatever it is that'll help. Cause like ultimately it helps both of us. And that was another moment of like, just like permission just to dive into the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it was a huge turning point in my life. And I turned 30 that year. And I remember thinking that I am the luckiest 30-year-old in the world. I feel like I'm getting a second chance. I remember thinking that. I thought that for a very long time. Like, I am getting a second chance at chasing my dreams. I kind of felt like I missed the boat. And then y'all gave me this opportunity to get into this side of the camera, this side of the industry that I always knew I could do, but I just
Yeah.
never really felt like I had the jump or the push. And it was a combination of being so unhappy, of COVID hitting. So all the weddings that
was crazy.
I was shooting weddings and I was doing Be Free events. Couldn't do those anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then y'all are like, hey, move in. Hey, start making content. Like, fuck, what the fuck else am I going to do?
Yeah.
And obviously it
killed it.
Fucking changed my life.
Yeah.
And and the rest of the time at the C4 house was so much fun. I mean, again, this isn't my life story. I got sick, blah blah blah, but I've gotten better ever since then, and I just finally feel like I'm getting back on my feet. I'm sorry, I'm telling my life story now, but yeah, I guess there's just like a couple more questions I wanted to ask you before we wrap this up. First off, I want to ask you, this isn't really your life story, but just kind of little rapid fire. With so much going on, like you had kind of mentioned, you have all these businesses, you all have all these, like, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people reaching out to work with you. There's a lot of people in the chat. There's a lot of ways that you can collaborate, a lot of opportunities that you can take up. How do you keep things balanced and prioritized to keep this whole fucking crazy machine working?
I mean, help.
Okay.
I got a team.
That's true.
A lot of people have seen my team nowadays, but I mean, I got a team. I got K&J team. I got my own personal team. Because obviously I couldn't. I mean, I don't know if people are getting an inside look of my life now, so I'm obviously not doing it all by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of help with certain people and stuff. Shout out Vic. Shout out Rec. Shout out Mondo. Obviously they help us K&J a lot. But yeah, I mean, it's just really just help. It's help. When
do you I always wonder this. When do you dream up the thing you're going to do next? When? I've lived with you for 3 years and I'm just like, when is this man is always doing something? When is he coming up with this next thing he's going to do?
On the go. I already know when my next uncapped subathon's going to be.
When the next one's going to be?
Yeah.
During the first one? Are you allowed to say it?
Yeah, I already said it out loud. I'm gonna do Europe.
Oh shit.
At least I would like to. But again, all my ideas start with me just saying it out loud, and then sometimes some happen, some don't. But
And you kind of have to be okay with some things working out and some things not, and then you just move on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're really good at that. And people always say that about LA in particular, or Hollywood. Like, you just have to be okay with some things not working out and just move on to the next thing.
Yeah. I mean, not anytime soon. Obviously, my mods are probably freaking out right now, but no, it's just something I kind of just threw in the air. It's kind of funny, fun. After this, I'll probably just like chill, stick. I'm not gonna end this shit and immediately start a Europe IRL. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. That's just something like in the air. Like, again, but I never thought I would do this. So, I did this very quickly. Very quickly.
How long was it between when you decided to do it and you started doing it?
Less than 7 days.
Really?
Yeah. I remember a lot of people. I was telling a lot of people about it, and they're like, "Why don't you just wait? And I'm like, I just want to do it. I think it's time. Let's just do it. Yeah. And I remember I did a ton of research one night. And I want to give a shout out to FouseyTube. He inspired me to do it. Obviously, he's doing it right now. He's gonna do it longer than me too. So, I think he was on his like, man, I don't even know. He was probably on his 7th day ish, and I started watching him before that. Right. Obviously, I know Fousey. Came on Reality House and stuff, and I noticed that he was streaming his life 24/7. I'm like, the fuck, this is crazy. Very entertaining, obviously. And I started watching when he only had like 900 viewers, right? It was one of them.
Wow.
And I was really entertained. And so one night I raided him. And that's a whole fucking funny story on its own. But, he eventually said thank you and stuff. And I was like, damn, this is like kind of cool. This is kind of crazy that he's doing that. Yeah, shout out to the G7 viewers, man. And I was like, damn, I'm kind of inspired. And I remember texting my I think y'all or maybe telling Chelsea or just telling y'all, my roommates.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of inspired by what the fuck he's doing. Like, I've always said it. Like, man, put a camera on me. I could film my entire life. I don't give a fuck. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it's time to put that to the test. So I think he's like on day 30, possibly, maybe even more than that. I'm on day 11, so you can kind of see, like, I got inspired when he was on day 7, 10-ish.
Mm-hmm.
It took me a week and I did my research, and even a shout out Fusi, he helped me. I messaged him and he kind of told me some stuff. Wow. And I did my own research, and I met a couple people along the way, and now we're streaming 24/7.
That's amazing, dude. And honestly, when you said you were gonna do it, and even as you've been doing it, I've been kind of thinking like, yeah, I'm surprised you haven't done this before. This is so you.
Yeah.
It's
he's on day 34. Wow.
Damn.
Shout out him. So yeah, the timelines are there. So by the way, I was watching him at 900 viewers. He's average. I mean, I saw him yesterday with 8,000 viewers.
Yeah.
So
it's only grown.
He's doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy how well this shit's doing.
Yeah, bro, you're fucking doing it too. And I think that's kind of a good place to wrap this up, because we've gone through your whole life story up to the point where you're doing this. You're on day 11 of a freaking uncapped subathon, streaming every single moment of your life. And I think it's so cool that it's growing. It's doing so well. It's well deserved. You're you're making every moment count. Like, even the moments where you're like a little bit more lower key, it's like, oh, but we know the context of like what he was just doing and what he's gonna do. And bro, like, what a feat to undertake. Like, I think like, man, what if I did an uncapped subathon one day? Like, I don't even fucking like. How
I have
would
a weird
that
feeling
even work?
one of y'all are gonna one of the Camboys gonna do it,
bro. But it's so like, even when the thought enters my mind, I'm like, that is so intimidating. Like, how do you just you have to put so many other things to the side, but then you also have to be creative for the things that you can't put aside to make it work and fit into this incredible thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
And you have continuously forged the way, done so many incredible things, led the way in so many ways, from freaking being an all-star in high school, getting a 4.0, growing your own weed, and just doing whatever, being yourself, doing whatever the fuck you wanted, to O2L, to K&J, to the C4 house, to, I mean, we didn't even go over so many other things like music, your playlist, all that kind of stuff, and acting. Like, we didn't even go over all that.
I acted.
You're
acted
just
a lot.
You're doing all these things, and every time you come into this new thing, you just are like, hey, I may not know exactly how this is going to work yet or how I'm going to do it, but I can figure out, and I can do it. I can learn, and I can do something that I haven't done before, and I can do it well.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, to go off that, like, if there's people out there, and I know most of you guys out there that are in your 20s, use your 20s as a trial and error period. Like, you are so fucking young. I'm not even kidding. Like, I used my 20s as a trial. I tried acting, fucking hated it, but I tried it. I tried, obviously I tried college, like, hated it. Like, I've tried so many things and failed so many times. Like, obviously we're just talking about like the accomplishments and stuff, but
True.
I've failed so many times. There's so many things that did not work, but to get to where I am, I had to try 9 things, and then the 10th one was like, oh shit, I could probably keep doing this, So yeah, it's just about trying shit. And and I know a lot of people are like, fuck, like, I'm 20 whatever, and I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with my life. I'm working here. It's like, it all starts with just trying new things, Like, pick something that you're like, oh, I fuck with that, or I'm inspired by this person, like, I'm gonna try that. Try it, put your spin on it. If it don't work out, bro, you're still fucking young, bro. I'm 30, and I still don't know what I'm gonna do in 2 years. 2 years, am I gonna still be streaming? I don't know. Maybe, hopefully, right? I don't know.
Bro, well, it's really inspiring. I feel lucky to be influenced by that attitude, and I would call it like a growth mindset, and this relentless way that you continue to put yourself out there, try new things, and not be discouraged by the things that don't work out. You're just like, okay, that didn't work out. I'm going to learn something from it and apply it as a lesson to the next thing that I do.
Yeah, 100%.
So shout out to you, bro.
Shout out to you, Brian.
You have an amazing life story. Thank you for sharing it here on twitch.tv. And congratulations on your amazing subathon going on over there. What's up, chat? Much love to y'all. And thank y'all so much for coming through. And thank you so much. Thank you for staying late, too. I know we went over. So thank you for making a little extra time here. And I really appreciate it. So
of course, bro. And everyone, hey, give this man his flowers, all right? Support him through and through because I like what he's doing here. I've watched – I was going to watch Crawford's, but I think I had like a meeting or something. But I watched all of Ryan's, and I loved it. Dude. And, I mean, I hope everyone liked the talk that we had today.